It's the end of the world as we know it. Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So yes, last night was an amazing night. It was very eventful. So we had these solar storms, the first part of solar storms. I want you guys to understand that this is not over. It's actually getting worse because we got stronger storms coming in behind what we saw last night. The storms hit. We actually had the northern lights down here in Florida, at least the panhandle. There were reports on Twitter, should be a pop-up there, from Miami. But the internet, you got to kind of shift through stuff to see if it's real or not. I'm not sure. Waiting to hear on that. But if it was down in Miami, that's one heck of a storm. And it was. I believe it was a G5 that actually hit, causing northern lights in Tallahassee, here where I'm at in Bay County in the Panhandle. So I had emails, I had photos sent to me. This is in Bay County and also Tallahassee, these photos here. Now this is, Bay County is where I live. I went outside briefly last night to look around. I got a lot of city lights in my area because I'm in town now. Couldn't see anything. But people that lived where I was at in the rural area sent photos like that. Nice pink. Now I think that might be nitrogen burning off. I'm not sure. I don't know what that, I'm not a space scientist. All I know is that that's a very strong storm. And I've never seen one down here in Florida in my lifetime. As a matter of fact, I can't think of any recent events, as far as even in my dad's lifetime, that there's ever been northern lights in the state of Florida. So, like I said, I was briefly out there. The reason being because I was busy in the house, making sure things were took care of. As you guys can see, solar generators are not here. They're in Faraday cages. They will remain in Faraday cages until I see the threat of losing them due to a geomagnetic storm is gone. So like I said, I didn't have time to go out there and just stare at the stars. Saw a lot of reports saying that you had to use special settings on cameras and stuff to actually see the northern lights down here in the Panhandle, while others said they were taking it with their cell phone. So like I said, those were the photos. What else was going on last night? Oh yeah. So I was trying to establish communications with Tallahassee. They got hit with tornadoes, or at least one tornado. Still don't know the count. I have family in Tallahassee. My mother-in-law is up there. We did make contact finally. She was fine. Their grid is down, and it looks like their grid is going to be down for a while now. And it's hot down here in Florida. Thankfully though, I took the proactive approach to trying to prepare for family members as well. Guys, we did a video a while back where I was talking about, you got family that doesn't want to prep, or they don't have, they just don't want to mess with it, but you love them, all right? And I do, I love my mother-in-law. I don't know why she likes me, but she does. So we made her a package set, survival kit, until we could get there to her, all right? Right now the roads are pretty bad. She's staying put in position. If it gets really bad, we're gonna either go up there and get her, or she's gonna drive here. The roads, as soon as the roads are cleared. She has 2 solar generators. I got those for her. Solar panels for each one. Water filtration system. It's the for Patriot's water cooler system that I've done tests on, a lot of tests on. I got her one of those, extra filters. Solar lanterns, a cook stove, propane, a whole bunch of the 4 Patriots meals. I'm trying to remember what's all in that kit. There is a lot in that kit. And so she's good right now, all right? She's got her home defense equipment, let's put it that way. She also has somebody there that comes there to make sure everything's good, trusted family member. So she's good for the time being, but that was also going on last night while I was trying to get everything else situated, because we were going to drive out there. And the reports I was getting in is, you're not getting in. So we could have got the chainsaws out and helped cut our way in, but that's a long, long night. But if necessary, we would have. But we did make cell phone connection finally, because before we couldn't get in touch with anybody. And she's safe. Power's out, but she has power. The solar generators, she can make her coffee. That was her main thing, coffee. I don't blame her. But the other one was be able to run fans and stuff, you know, because it gets hot down here in Florida. And also be able to purify water, everything. She's good to go. So let's go on out and check out what else we were doing last night. All right, guys, so first up, like I've always talked about, is water, having water stored up. If the power was to go down, so does your water, okay? Now what we have here, we have water stored up, and I just grab some of the things. This is one of our water bricks. Easier for me just to get up here on the counter. This is a 5-gallon water filtration system from Patriot. I've done a lot of reviews on that. Guys, you don't have to buy anything we're showing you. I'm just showing you what we are using, what we're doing. This is a Berkey style water filtration system that comes from Patriot. I don't even know if they even make this anymore, but it works great. It works as the same type of water filters. Also, we have two 5-gallon water buckets. Let me bring you in. That's 2 5-gallon water buckets. So that's, you know, for dishes, whatever. We carry a large assortment of styrofoam as far as, and also paper plates, plastic forks, spoon sets, stuff like that, stuff that we can easily just dispose of and not waste water, but still keeping water in the house for whatever it is that we're going to need. All right, so right fast, we're stopping in the bathroom here. Each bathroom is equipped with 2 5-gallon buckets of clean, drinkable water, but we can use that for hygiene, whatever we need it for. Each bathroom is equipped with it. Every tub is filled. They will continue to stay just like this until this storm is over. All right. When we need to take a shower, we will drain one. Use one bathroom to do the shower and everything else with, and then the tub gets cleaned, filled back up, and that way we're good for the night. Whatever, we have water stored up this way. Also, the wife went and did some baking last night, and I've had my coffee. Yeah. This is a pound cake that she made. I forgot what she called it. It's got some type of cream or something like that. It's actually really good. So I ate that much of it already this morning. I know, I'm a fat boy at heart. That's why I have to work out and exercise all the time. So I eat non-stop. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and go outside. I'm going to show you what we're doing with power. Now, we already discussed solar generators. We keep those in our Faraday cages, and they are not coming out anytime soon. But we do have a solar array. We also have gasoline generators. We also have propane. Propane is for our stove cooking. All right, not that electric stove back there in the background, just a regular camp stove. And we have the adapters hook up and everything else to use that. It also works great with our little buddy heater. Hooks right in. Saves us a lot on those little 1-pound cylinders, but we do stock up those little green 1-pound cylinders just to have them. Let's go on outside. All right, guys, so welcome to the man closet. I don't have a man shed anymore, man cave or anything like that. I just keep supplies, my outdoor equipment, stuff like that I have to use here in the yard and stuff. But what we have here, I'll bring you in as a small supply that we keep on hand. Like I said, you keep things in many different locations. Never put everything in one spot. The reason being, like I've discussed before, when I had my house fire, I lost everything. Keep things in storage units, spread it out, put them in the ground, whatever you got to do. Don't keep everything in one spot. So let's go ahead and go over this. So we have our solar grid right here. This is for emergency purposes right now because we are not allowed to live off grid while we're in city limits. So this thing here is all hooked up to be a self-sufficient system. I can run my solar cables out, plug in my solar panels, and I have power for the house via extension cords from our inverters. Each one of these is a 3500 watt inverter. We run them inside and we have power. So that's on standby. It is protected by EMP Shield. Let's swing that way and we'll take a look over here. All right, so now we have our 4000 watt generator down there, gasoline generator from Harbor Freight. It's a Predator series. I've had it for a few years now and it runs great. I have the parts and everything so I can always fix stuff on it, and I've had to. Fuel wise, we have 30 gallons on a half load. Gives me 12 hours on a tank of gas. A tank is 3 gallons. So this is giving me 5 days running this thing. Yeah, if I need to run it continuously. If I'm not running continuously, which I don't need to, I have solar and everything else. There we go. We have 2 of our 20-pound propane tanks stored up here. That's for our gas grill. We also have a tankless water heater up there. I haven't figured out how I'm going to deploy that here yet. I have to build a stand outside or something. I did have a commenter about these propanes on their side. They said the way they're sitting on their side, they do not have the availability to do their safety valve blow-off valve. All right, I work construction all my life. See how the propane tanks are sitting on their side just like that right there? That's how we mount them onto our forklifts, our big lifts. Everything that mounts propane on for a mobility vehicle, it sits on its side. So, believe I'm good. Reason why, I've been doing it for, I don't know, forever, and never had an issue. Okay, so you do you, I'll do me. Works just fine. I've been storing like this for a very long time, and it does just fine. So anyway, guys, that is that. Let's run back into the house. So that is that. It's not the perfect plan. I've got so much stuff, it's not even funny. I have multiple plans for multiple things. As preppers, we try to prepare for everything. But the off chance that the grid was to go down, I want to be as prepared for my family as possible. Is it overkill? I don't think so. Is equipment superiority? Let's put it that way. In other words, I want to make sure I have everything I could possibly get to make my life and the lives of my family better during shit hits the fan. I don't want to be there going, man, I wish I would have quit going to McDonald's and took that money and bought a water filter while I'm dying of thirst. But to each their own. Anyway, guys, keep on prepping. These storms are still continuing. This is cycle 25 of the sun, and it has started off with a big one. All right, so hopefully this wakes people up. All right, there's going to be the naysayers. Well, I told you nothing happened. It did. It was a global event. The whole world is talking about this. This is not normal. They call them the Northern Lights for a reason. They stay up north where they belong. Yeah, little southern humor for you. We're not supposed to see those down here in the panhandle of Florida. And we did. Pay attention. Wake up. If you got your head in the sand, you might want to get it out. Because this is not going to get better. This is only going to get worse. We talked about the Carrington event. We talked about other solar events that have happened in the past. They say we're overdue. Just get your family ready. All right, guys. Speak to y'all later.